but he really is going for it. Cross the line. Back to live pictures. And here comes Vivacqua lining up his teammate for a pass. Less than 2 minutes to go now. And now they're going into combat. Down the outside looks Vivacqua. He tries to put alongside, but Peugeot has got the line covered. Moves across neatly to cover the racing line. They head out through the Rettifida. A little wayward on the exit there for Peugeot. This might give Vivacqua the chance he needs. Which way is he going to go? Inside line. Peugeot will have to give him space. He's halfway alongside. Side by side for the two Taylor Martin McLarens. And possibly through initially for third place goes Thiago Vivacqua, but the next corner is a left-hander into the first part of the Rogier. Here comes Peugeot trying to fight back on the outside into the first part of the chicane. Then nose to tail, but the McLaren's still in fourth and fifth, but they have swapped places. So Thiago Vivacqua then ahead of his teammate Guillaume Peugeot into fourth place. And lap time-wise, they're lapping well enough to keep JP Maurer at bay. I don't think he's going to catch them at the end. He's going to keep on pushing, but he won't catch them. So the gap is 9.7 seconds. And actually, on the last lap, there was 1.7 seconds, would you believe it, taken out in the first sector alone. So I think Hans-Petter Koller's lifting off. The gap is now 5.4 seconds. Hans-Petter Koller's cutting this one fine. He's taken a full, what's that, 4.3 seconds out in the second sector alone. So the gap is down to 5.4 seconds. There it is. Now, Hans-Petter Koller, if he's backing off to keep this steady, I know even if he gets second place, he'll still be champion. He's still got 30 seconds to go here, and Nicky Luttweiler can sense an opportunity to pick up his second win of the season. It's not going to change the championship results, as we see Joan Font, who's been in the wars today quite a bit, running wide again at the Ascari chicane. But that's incredible. He's taken a massive chunk of time. I think that's possibly Hans-Petter getting a little too conservative for my liking. Joan Font, that's him skipping over the chicane. There it is then. The gap is now 1.2 seconds. The top two in the championship. I know it doesn't matter which order they're in, but even so, on to the final lap of the season. And Nicky Luttweiler, is he about to steal the perfect moment from Hans-Petter Koller and take the victory for himself? Then nose to tail, look at this through the first chicane. Nicky Luttweiler is going to sense a victory here, but he's all over the back of a Lamborghini. Hans-Petter's got to get his foot down here, otherwise he might lose the lead. Going around the outside line, he's gone through into a lead. Is it a problem? Look at that. That's a puncture for Hans-Petter Koller on the left-hand side of the car. That's a problem. Hans-Petter Koller has a puncture. There was contact between, and Luttweiler's got a puncture as well. I think the two championship contenders both have punctures. Incredible finish to the GT Cup Open Championship. Hans-Petter Koller's in trouble with a left rear puncture, but Luttweiler has the same. This is astonishing. The Curti Porsche is going to come through and take the lead. What a conclusion to the 2019 GT Cup Europe Championship. Through goes the Curti Porsche into the lead. I do not believe this has happened on the last lap of the last race of the season. Through into second place goes Thiago Vivacqua. Oh my goodness. Could you have predicted such a dramatic finish? I don't know what was happening with the Lamborghini. Through into third place will go Guillaume Peugeot. Fourth will go JP Maurer, but it could be third for the Lamborghini. Could that moment just have settled the championship one way or the other? Could it gone to Nicky Luttweiler because he might score more points? It depends what happens to Hans-Petter Koller, who's still in fifth position. He's now sixth. This is very tense. Meanwhile, the Curti Porsche, Lino Curti at the wheel, comes out of the Ascari chicane for the final time. There is Hans-Petter Koller. The left rear of the car is dragging on the ground. Now then, will he lose enough time to possibly see him lose the championship? For third place, it's going to be JP Maurer down the outside of Guillaume Peugeot. Through into what looks like fifth position has gone the Daniel Diaz-Perella Audi. This throws the championship completely into disarray. Meanwhile, for the win, they wouldn't have expected it, but they're going to pick it up anyway. Lino and Carlo Curti win the final race at Monza in GT Cup Open. Second place for Thiago Vivacqua for Teo Martin Motorsport. It is third on the last corner for JP Maurer. The crucial thing is, what happens to the championship? Nicky Luttweiler is still fifth. Daniel Diaz-Perella is sixth. Hans-Petter Koller is 11th. And by my calculations, it might well be enough for the championship. There is Hans-Petter Koller with damage to the left rear of the car, sparking on the ground, but Luttweiler struggling as well. What's going to happen? Is he going to make it to the flag? He may or may not do. This is nail-biting. He's on the grass. Who's going to get to the flag first? This is going to be incredible. If Luttweiler can't get to the flag, with the title of a Koller, this is unbelievable. But Sony gets sixth, Marcio Basso seventh, Reichel 8th, Joan Font 9th, but does Peter Koller get through? Can he get 10th place in a single point? If he can get to the flag, it will be the championship. I've never seen a championship like this end before. Both of the title contenders with punctures on the run to the line. There's fire from the back of a Lamborghini. What is going on? Who's going to get to the line first? It's Luttweiler or Koller. This is astonishing. Hans-Petter Koller, can he pass Nicky Luttweiler to the flag? Luttweiler's there. He's not going to get near the bank. They're going to do it in lane. Who's going to win the race? I think it might be Luttweiler. No, it's going to be Hans-Peter Koller. Who's going to get it? They're both in the pit lane together. But is Luttweiler in front? I think he is. Doesn't matter. They're not going to score points. They've just about got to the line. And I think based on what happens, that may have well just somehow given Hans-Peter Koller the title. Have you seen a more dramatic finish to a championship like that? Unbelievable. I thought it was going to be tense, but nothing like that. The Lamborghini is now on fire. I think it's magnesium wheels to set it alight. And he's absolutely livid with Nicky, saying, what was all that about? It was the collision between the two of them through Curva Grande that set that one off. Both of them get punctures. They both don't score points, and that means Hans-Peter Koller is classified in front, but it doesn't matter. It means the championship does go to Hans-Peter Koller, puts his hands on his hips and thinks, well, I wanted to win the title, but not like that. I'm not sure if he's even aware of what the championship connotations are. That is astonishing. What a finish to a championship. I've never seen anything like it. Well, for what it's worth, here's the result. Lino Curti takes a surprise first win in the GT Cup Open. I'm almost speechless. Thiago Vivacqua gets second place in the McLaren, third place for JP Mauro in the Vicenza Suspiria Racing Lamborghini. So they've got one car on the podium. Guillaume Peugeot is fourth, Daniel Diaz-Varela fifth, Stefano Bozzoni is sixth, Marcio Basso seventh, Guillaume Reichel eighth, Joan Font ninth, Luciano Linossi 10th, and then you've got down 11th and 12th place, both showing in the pit lane. Hans-Peter Koller is classified ahead of Nicky Luttweiler. They don't score points. It means nothing changes in this title race, and that means that Hans-Peter Koller is the 2019 champion. There it is. 4-point gap. Unbelievable. 103 points to 99. Koller gets 103, 99 to Luttweiler. Liberati gets 88, so he actually takes third place. JP Mauro, Rodolfo Antonio fourth on 79. Glanco Solier retires but stays fifth. Then Cicada, Diaz Varela, John de Wilde, and Joan Font. Wow. I'm not sure what else to say to that, really. We're going to have the top three here for what it's worth. Look, there's a piece of bodywork on fire in the pit lane. We've got the Lamborghini still smouldering away. This is the contact and what happened. So what was happening with the Lamborghini, I'm not sure. Luttweiler comes past. He clips the right rear, but at the same time, that also clips the Porsche. That's the Lamborghini dragging its left rear on the ground, and that's the scraping, because I think the wheels are magnesium. So because of that, if you get it very hot, it starts to catch fire. The car starts to burn on the left rear. It starts blazing even more as the wheel keeps dragging on the ground, creating more sparks and more heat. He struggles to the line. They both have to finish the race in the pit lane, and Koller was in front. Well, there's the signal. The Curtis don't, to a certain extent, care about that because they've just won their first race in GT Cup Open, which is incredible. And smiling for the photos. I mean, what a conversation that's going to be with Alfredo for our winners. Literally would not have expected that, but that's a well worth visit for them to round off the championship. Thiago Vivacqua brings a McLaren home in second place, and VSR pick up a third place on the podium. And somehow,